Hi, everybody. Welcome back to Cover the Spread here for Sunday, April 20th, 2025. Hey, if you're new to Cover the Spread, welcome aboard. Glad to have you. Make sure you subscribe. That way you don't miss out on any of those videos we shoot here and get you those three plays rolling along. Hey, we've been heating up as the NBA playoffs are started full swing now and kicking off. So let's get to Sunday's action. But before we do, we'll introduce you to the cappers. I got Ramon over on this side of me. I got Ninos on this side of me. So we're ready to roll here. We'll kick on over to Ramon, see how he's doing here on this Sunday, and then we'll get to those plays for you. How you doing here, Ramon, on this Sunday?
Yeah, Rod, we saw some interesting results yesterday in the opening day of the NBA playoffs. So we'll get at it again here on Sunday. Let the other 8 teams go at it here, and we'll be completely underway here on the first weekend of NBA action. So thanks for joining us here on Cover the Spread.
Yeah, definitely excited. Love this playoff NBA action, and definitely excited to get some more here on Sunday's slate. How are you doing here, Al?
Yeah, doing pretty good. Coming off another good day. It's been a good week for me after a rough one last week, but definitely made up with it this week. I think my lone loss was that the Yankees Rays game to go over. If you got that early, we had it at 9.5 on the show, which is a number that quickly disappeared though. So hopefully you guys got at least a push on that one at 9. But a loss for me nonetheless. And again, good week and try to finish up strong here.
Definitely. That's exactly what we're trying to do. 3-0, 2-1, 2-1. Definitely trying to continue the winning here at Cover the Spread. So
record's no joke.
No, somebody. I think somebody was trying to fade us there in the comments. Not fade at own risk, we will say here at Cover the Spread. Shout out to the regulars that have been tuning in here from the beginning because they know better. As they jumped on that guy and said, "I think that's not a good idea." So let's get into Sunday's action and find us some winners here as we're looking to cover the spread. All right, first game we're going to look at here. We got Memphis taking on OKC, and hey. The point differential for OKC this year was 13. So what did the bookmaker do? Here, let's make it 13 is what OKC is laying here versus Memphis. This is Al's game. We're going to kick it on over to Al. What do you like here in this one? OKC or Memphis?
Yeah, I don't think it's going to be their average regular season game here against a very good Memphis Grizzlies team. I like the Grizzlies to come out and keep this game competitive throughout. I kind of like them to keep it close in the first quarter and the first half, and especially a full game, getting double digits here. It should be a great point guard matchup between John Morant and Shea. But, yes, the Thunder have had the much better regular season. You look at their numbers against the spread, a lot more impressive. As a home favorite, they've been completely blowing teams out. But again, I don't think this is your average regular season game, and I think it's going to be a lot more competitive than this line suggests. I would not be shocked at all to see the Grizzlies pull off an upset or two here at a huge plus price on the road as well. Yeah, I know the Thunder have been great at home, but again, going up against a good team, and I would not count these Grizzlies out. We're going officially here with the Grizzlies getting the 13 points wherever you get them over double digits in the full game here.
And we're going to kick it off over to Ramon. What do you like here in this one? Memphis or OKC?
It's playoff time now, Rod, even though certainly Memphis has been an over team on the road. Oklahoma City's been an over team at home. I think it's playoff time now, and 8 of the last 10 meetings between these two teams did go under. I think the Thunder's, top-notch elite defense, certainly one of the best at keeping teams below 110 points and less, should stifle them a little bit. Morant looked good in that game against Dallas. I think he looks pretty healthy with that sprained ankle, but Memphis, they've got some holes there, so I think OKC can control the game's pace. I don't think they'll look to keep it at the pace that Memphis may want to have it go to give themselves a chance to maybe win and steal one here on the road as double-digit favorites. So for me, I don't think they're going to match the output necessarily. They may keep it within the number, but I just think the Thunder's defensive strength and maybe the limitations that Memphis has on offense outside of Morant and Bane make this maybe a strong underplay for me. Even 120 to 105, that gets you. Well, Al said a cover, so 115 to 105. You better keep them low, otherwise it is going to get away from Memphis. So look, Memphis may think that their strategy would be to run it up, but I don't think so. And with OKC able to dictate the pace, I've got this one going under actually here in this one at 226 and a half here right now, I think, as we were doing the show. So give me the under here in the first game on Sunday between the Grizzlies and the Thunder. Actually, 227 and a half. How about it? Been going up.
Going up. People think we're going to see some scoring in this game as well.
I'll go
for me here in this one. Yeah, for me here in this matchup though, I'm going to take OKC. I'm going to take a page out of Al's book and take the home favorite here, but I'm going to take them in the first half here. You only have to lay 7.5, so you don't have this 13 number to chop. I think OKC can come out and be fired up. I think that hometown crowd for OKC is going to be fired up as well. And only having to lay 7.5, I like OKC there in the first half. What they've done in the second half of the season, or even off of a road, and 22-9 in that first half. Second half of the season, 22-14. This season in first halves, 12-7 in the second half of the season in that first half is OKC. And you look at what Memphis has done in the second half of the season in those first halves, only 12-23. So I'm going to take OKC and lay the 7.5 in the first half. Next, on to the next game we're looking at here on the Sunday slate. Another big giant one, big giant spreaded game here in this one. We got the Cavs taking on the Heat. Cavs laying 12.5 at home here, hosting the Heat team that, hey, they punched their ticket and they're here in the playoffs. Tough battle here for this Heat team, but we know that they can battle here as this Heat team. Can they win this game? I don't know. This Cavs offense is a solid offensive squad. So if Cavs want to run and gun, guess what? They can run and gun. Heat, I don't know if they have the horses to be able to keep up to a run and gun type style game here with the Cavs in this one. But what the Heat have done all year long, and especially here in the second half of the season, is cover numbers in that first half of games. So for me here, I think the Heat come out and make a little statement that, hey, we're going to give you a battle. You're not going to just roll over us like I'm sure people think the way the Cavs have been rolling this year. And this number's at 7.5 too. But I'm going to grab it with the Heat here in the first half. 7.5 points. Yeah, I think that's just too many. I think the Heat can come up, especially if Mitchell starts hitting threes like he did in the last game. This is going to be a lot closer than we think. Heat 29-9 in first halves of the second half this season. This is going to be a pretty good series. I think it's going to be a lot closer than people think. Kick it on over to Ramon. What do you like here in this one? Heat or Cavs on Sunday?
No, I think look, you got the Heat did a great job becoming that first 10 seed to get into the playoffs. And look, they've done great defensively. They're a top 10 defense for sure. And I think they could probably limit Cleveland's scoring a little bit. We know Cleveland likes to get down and dirty a little bit as well. And, with Butler now gone, there's some limitations in Miami's offense. We know that, but Hero has been stepping it up big time. Had a great game in that play-in win. So the season series was definitely higher, but back on March 5th, they played down to 219. It showed a playoff-like defensive game. Miami just 47% in that one. And with Cleveland so strong inside where Miami's Bam Adebayo excels so well. I think with Cleveland, they're a top 5 defensive rebounding team. So I've got to think this one goes under here with Miami and Cleveland. We're looking right now at a total here of 214.5 or so. So hey, first games you're always going to see lower scoring in my opinion in the playoffs due to the heightened defense, the adjustment period there in that first game. So Miami has that underdog mentality, of course, getting a dozen points here. They have all the experience with Spoelstra to kind of neutralize that. I think they could stay in this game for sure, Rod. I think that's Miami's specialty. Whether or not they can win, I don't know, but I'm going to take under here 214.5 for sure in this one with Miami and Cleveland.
Definitely. If Miami wants to win, they got to slow down the Cavs offense for sure. Kick it over to Al. What do you like here in this one? Heat or the Cavs here on Sunday?
Yeah, I like the Heat to keep this one competitive, as you were saying. Not necessarily maybe push the series too deep. I think this is a series the Cavs should take care of, but they should at least keep this game within single digits. I think that's where we're still getting plenty of value on them with the points here. I don't think they just completely come in and wave the white flag and get blown out. No, you should see a good effort out of them. And getting the more than double digits here, I'll take them. I'll also take them first half. It should be, don't see it right in front of me, but it should be about 7.5, 8 points there in the first half. Maybe 7 points.
7.5. I just said it just before you did.
Okay, I thought that was
first half. So
I thought that was on the Grizzlies. Sorry. Okay, sorry. Yeah, I got mixed up. I thought that was for the Grizzlies game. You said that. Okay.
All good.
But yeah, so similar story there. I like the Heat there to keep it first half and full game with the points.
All right, kicking on over to the next game. We got the Golden State Warriors taking on Houston here in this one to end off Sunday's action. Houston laying a point in most books. Total 213 in this matchup. This is Ramon's game, so kicking on over to Ramon. What do you like here in this one? Warriors or Rockets on Sunday?
Well, if I didn't know anything about basketball and I saw that the number 2 seed at home was a 1-point favorite against the number 7 seed, I don't think I'd have to read into it and have to analyze anything. But we know the Warriors are a little bit of a different animal, if you will, coming into the postseason. They did a pretty good job, obviously, in their play-in. But look, Amen Thompson will have a handle on Stephen Curry, I think, in this series with his length and athleticism. He really stifled Curry last time they met, held him to 1 of 10 shooting. So he'll stay glued to him. Houston's got a top 5 defense for sure. They can control the pace at home. This Houston team, we know it's one of the best teams in the league, period, here. If there wasn't Oklahoma City attracting all that attention in the West, we'd be talking about Houston. And they had a great season that is almost overlooked because of how good Oklahoma City has been. So Houston has a best offensive rebounding in the league with Alperen Sengun. He's been terrific as well. So, yeah, Golden State's gotten a little bit better on the boards here in the second half of the season. But I just think with Houston's perimeter defense on Jimmy Butler as well, Butler's got a good playoff pedigree for sure. But this Houston defense is among the best. And the home court here in this one, just a 1-point favorite. They're going to be physical with the Warriors. The Warriors don't like that, you guys. You know that. So I think the defensive intensity, ability to bother Curry with Thompson, all adds up here to a Houston victory. They only basically have to win this game. So I've got to take the Rockets here to win game 1 on Sunday over the Warriors. Lay a point, I guess. 1.5 now, Rod.
1.5 popped up a little bit. I figured that people like the Rockets. Kick it on over to Al. What do you like here in this one? The Warriors or the Rockets?
Yeah, honestly, this is a tough one for me. Still don't have any really strong plays on this one. Should be a great game, great series. I think this is the one that goes back and forth and can get really deep. Obviously, the books think so too with this close line. But I don't know. I may lean to the over a little bit. Ramon just got done talking about this Houston defense. I think Curry remembers those numbers that he just mentioned too, though. So I think he'll want to put up some points. So if he comes out firing here, I may try to take the Warriors plus the half point in the first quarter. Again, it's not a very strong play for me, but so I'm leaning towards the over and maybe the Warriors first quarter for now, but no strong plays for me yet on this game.
Yeah, for me, looking at this one, I like the over. I think it's the only way to go. I don't give it to Houston. Their defense at home is definitely a different beast. Hold teams to 44% field goal shooting, only giving up 107 points. But even if they give up 107 points on average, that means you got to score at least 107 to win this game. And, well, that puts you well over the total in this one. And what we've seen from this Houston squad down the stretch over their last 5 games heading into this postseason, 51% field goal they've been giving up. They've been giving up 121. I know it's just I'm with Al. I'm going to take the over here in this one. I think this total is just a touch too light. With 2 teams that can run and gun, especially the Warriors, they can shoot some offense and play. Curry can definitely, if he gets hot from shooting the threes, you're gonna have 2 guys that Houston's gonna have to worry about shooting offense. We know Jimmy Buckets can definitely get those buckets, so I think the only way for me here is grab the over in this one. I think this could easily turn into a track meet.
Yeah,
It's tough to take a side. I really am. I can make a case for both sides for me. I got to go with the over in this one.
That's another thing. Like, even if you do see some good defense here, I think, as Rodd said, this number is a little bit low here. So again, we went under it. Ramon looked at the under in the first game. We looked at that total was much higher. This one at 213. So I think it's a bit low here. So don't think it's going to take that much offense to get us over this number either. Sorry, it was just something I forgot to mention here, was how low this number was. So glad you brought it up, Rodd.
It's just, I have it into the 220s. It's like, man, why is it 213? I get it. It's the playoffs, and the teams step up defensively. Houston number is really good at home. Like I said, that was the number I gave you. Those are their home numbers, 107. So if they give up 107, that means they got to do better than that. Holding the Warriors to under 100, I just don't see it. Hey, that wraps up the 3 we got here on Sunday slate. Thanks, everybody, for tuning in. Appreciate each and every one of you that tune into these videos. And as always, hey, let us know what you think of these 3 games we got going here on Sunday in the comments section below. We'll do a quick little recap on today's slate of games. First game we looked at, we got Memphis taking on OKC here in this one. This is Al's game, and he says take Memphis. Too many points. Up to 13.5 there with Memphis. Grab those points with the road dog. Next game we looked at, we got the Heat taking on the Cavs. You look at the Cavs, 12.5 point favorite in this one. I like the first half here. Cavs are 7.5 point favorites in that first half. Grab the Heat plus the 8.5. That's my play. Last play on the board, we got the Warriors heading into Houston. And this is our Ramon's play. And he says grab the Rockets at the point and a half. Lay it there in that one. Rockets get the win for Ramon in that one. That's your 3 plays here on Sunday. As always, thanks everybody for tuning in. Appreciate each and every one of you. Have yourself a happy Easter for those when it's Easter. And hope good old Peter Rabbit treats you well. Have yourself a good one. And what are we doing here? Last night, look, cover the spread.
Cover the spread.